the trailer, they're like, oh, we want to show people how nice Pokemon are and stuff. But we're just gonna, research them and watch them. Then we'll just catch them. It's like, that's not how survey. Have you ever seen National Geographic? Like, they don't go capturing these lions. Hello, and we are on episode 2 of Gamemode C. Theoretically, hopefully we made it this far. Thank you for all the support on the first episode. I am Freddy, also known as Crafted Type 1. And over there,
Jacob, TatorTot.
Yeah, and this is Gamemode C, the podcast where we just talk about video games and anything happening in the news. Still don't know what to exactly call this, but we have a massive topic today. Literally, I think 2 hours ago, maybe even in an hour, Pokemon Presents happened. Forgot what today's, the 18th. So a lot of stuff got announced, and we are here to talk about it. I woke up at 6 o'clock to stream it, and Jacob, when did you wake up and watch it?
7:30.
Okay. So I guess let's just get right into it. What did you think of the direct?
Overall, I would say it was pretty good. A couple of the moments I was like, eh. But I'd say for, I guess, the meat and potatoes of the direct, which would be the new Gen 4 remakes and Legends, I would say that was pretty good.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I thought it was a very solid direct, or presents. I'm just gonna call it direct. Pokemon Presents just rolls off the tongue really weirdly, but I thought it was very solid. I thought it was really good. I think the only part I didn't like was the Cafe Remix. Even though I was a Cafe Remix player when it first came out, it just didn't really do anything. Like, oh, they're just adding more content. It started off very solid with Pokemon Unite, and I guess that's how we're going to transition in there. The first thing they announced was Pokemon Unite. Mamoswine and Sylveon are coming, and Pokemon Unite is coming to mobile on September 22nd. So, what do you think about this announcement?
I mean, the announcement's pretty good. I would have liked to hear something like a change in Zapdos, so it's not just an instant game winner that you can steal with one attack and instantly just secure your victory.
Yeah.
But in terms of the new characters, Sylveon, I would imagine it's probably a supporter.
I actually think she's an attacker. From what they've shown, they mainly just shown attacking moves. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought they only showed like the Unite moves, or what I assume.
Oh, they did only show Unite moves, but her Unite move is an attack. It's like basically Pikachu's Unite move, except fairy.
Yeah, so whatever role she is, I'll probably stick with the same 3 characters I play anyway. But
Yeah.
and then Mamoswine, I would guess, is probably a defender. If like, because I mean he's built, he's built big, so
I would assume so, yes. Because I think everything has at least four characters besides defenders. It's because we don't have Blastoise yet either, which I'm surprised they didn't announce at all.
I know, yeah, that was kind of strange. I'm wondering with Mamoswine's Unite move, if you're able to control it, because it was like he charges and then he charges again. He does it like several times over, and I'm wondering if you can like charge once, change direction, charge a different way, or if it's just like Talonflame Assault, where it's just one straight line and pushes you back.
I think it's like Garchomp's, because Garchomp has a similar thing where he does like that head smash or whatever it is, and then he can change direction. So I assume you can.
Garchomp's is more of like there's just like a radius in front of him, and he just kind of swings it wherever an enemy is.
Yeah. A fun fact: this was supposed to be a Pokemon Unite episode, the second one, but since the presents, we have to delay that till next week, which is Pokemon on Pokemon, which should be fine. But Blissey is actually out during the direct. It actually came out about, I think, 4 hours before. I have not played it yet. I don't think you have either. No,
I haven't turn on my Switch since a losing streak last night.
Yeah. But Blissey has one of the highest HP stats out of any Pokemon in the game, but one of the lowest defense stats. And then 8,000 AOS coins, probably a solid defender, or sorry, supporter. I did hear she removes status effects, which is greatly needed in the game.
I mean, I don't really.
Well, I mean, if you think about it,
it's just me. I don't really ever have to worry about status effects. Normally, because the characters I play are so squishy, they're just dead instantly
I don't.
anyway with the normal attacks.
Well, like she's like a strong healer, so a healer on top of status effect healing is just kind of crazy, I think. And I think status effects are need a combat right now because Gengar, as we know, is pretty overpowered still. And I think that's one of the reasons is his curse ability and his poison ability, or is it just curse? Curse.
No, I just know that he has that move that just drains your health and you can't do anything
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
it's Hex, but I believe Hex is if you curse a player, you're able to use Hex immediately, and that's what makes it so bad.
Hmm.
I don't know, but overall, the Pokemon Unite was really good. And then we didn't talk about the Pokemon. It's coming to mobile September 22nd, so that's good. A
Are
little
you
more.
gonna play on mobile at all?
I think I'll download it on mobile. I don't think I'll play it all just to get any mobile perks. Because speaking of, pre-registration is open for mobile. You get a Pikachu Hollowware for signing up on mobile, and then by linking the game to your Nintendo Switch account, you get Zero Aura. So I assume if you already have Zero Aura, you just is it like 8,000 coins? You just get the 8,000 coins back. And same
Maybe.
thing with the Pikachu. If you pre-register, you get the Pikachu and a Pikachu Hollowware. Super weird.
Yeah,
I
I don't know. It's not really a game I think you can play on mobile all
I
that
mean,
well.
I think you could play it on a iPad. I don't think you could play it on iPhone.
Well, if your hands are taking up the screen, you can't even see like
I
if
know,
your
and
hands are in the bottom corners, you're not going to see if somebody's sneaking up to get you.
well, yeah, there's definitely. I hope there's going to be easier players to beat in ranked. I don't think a lot of ranked players will be playing on mobile just because, as you said, field of view and everything. But yeah, I'm still gonna mainly play Switch. Just maybe link it to my mobile account to get all the perks and stuff. I'm just
Hmm.
surprised Blastoise is not the
Focus.
yeah, focus. They didn't even mention Blastoise at all. And I realized this Blastoise is actually in the tutorial. Like he's fully programmed in the game and everything with moves and everything. Like you go against a
Hmm.
war turtle in the tutorial. So I'm like, why isn't he the pre-registration bonus? Why are they giving away a Pikachu? Like everyone, Pikachu's one of the starters.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the ones you could have chosen for your
Mhm.
initial Unite license too.
Yeah. So if you choose it for
So
your Unite license and then you get a Pikachu, I think you just get 5,000 coins because that's what you normally get. If you already have the Unite license, you get the coins back. I
hmm
think it's just we're honestly like 5,000 plus 8,000. That's how many coins we're gonna get once September 22nd rolls around.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, if I have more coins, the better. But yeah. I believe that's everything about the new Pokemon Unite. We have a lot to talk about Pokemon Unite, but I think we'll hold it for a different
Well,
episode.
I will add that I'm kind of disappointed. I think I might have already said this, but I'll explain it further. That it's no change to Zapdos or Dreadnought at
Hmm.
all.
Yeah.
I would have maybe liked to see some alterations to it, make it not so cementing in terms of victory.
Yeah.
But uh, guess we're not. Guess it's Zapdos Unite still,
I actually
unfortunately.
don't hate Zapdos. I think he's an interesting mechanic. And you just have to adapt. But that's me, and I understand your hatred toward it because I used to hate him. But it's come to the point where it's like you just gotta. The meta is around Zapdos, and well, it used to be everyone hated Zapdos, but now everyone hates Dreadnought because Dreadnought decides a game just as much as Zapdos does.
No, see, I'm not one of those people that just goes with whatever's like socially acceptable. I still
Yeah.
hate Zapdos. I just also have started hating Dreadnought.
I don't know. I mean, I think team fights are interesting, especially before Zapdos and with Dreadnought and everything. It's just how you got to play the game. But it does suck if you lose Dreadnought twice. You basically lost the game. There is a chance you could come back with Zapdos, but at that point you're just stealing. And that's I guess another part of the meta you got to account for. But yeah, I do gotta mention you're talking about how they didn't say anything about Zapdos. I honestly don't think on a big direct like this they would announce anything like, oh, patch notes are coming out soon or this or that or balance changes. Like it's just something that would lower the mood, I guess. I think.
Well, I think they already announced the patch notes for today's update.
Well, yeah, they did. They did announce the patch notes before. That's why I think they didn't do it in the direct. Because you were saying you were mad that they didn't show out the patch notes in the direct or like announce anything.
It was more just Zapdos isn't changed at all, and this was like an opportunity to change it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it is kind of disconnected.
Yeah, but yeah, they're disconnected. So I guess I was just trying to what is the word? Trying to just show that you weren't trying to connect it to just mad that Zapdos in general.
I think so.
And I guess, I mean, we could just go into the new item shop and there's new rolls out. There's a new fisherman outfit in the energy rewards. The new berry. Did we ever figure out what berry that is for Snorlax? There's a new berry costume for Snorlax.
I want to say it's the sleeping berry. I think.
I don't know.
It would make sense because you can. I mean, it makes sense to run the awakening berry on a Pokemon with rest.
Yeah,
then I don't know what it is for sure though.
Mm-hmm. There's also another hidden costume. I don't know if you noticed. It's like a Pikachu gardener outfit. I think you could only get it with tickets, the Hollowware tickets. You can't get it anywhere else. Oh, I think actually you could buy it with AOS gems. But that's about it. Oh, there's also a new fisherman's outfit in the rank thing, or not in the rank thing, the
lottery.
Yeah, energy rewards. And yeah, just a couple balanced updates. I didn't put the patch notes in our little detail sheet, so I don't really think we could go too in depth with it. But we'll talk about Pokemon Unite more next episode.
I know, similar to the last patch they did, they altered some like unpopular moves because one of the three that I main is Crustle. And I've seen that I've never used Stealth Rock, and nobody ever really uses Stealth Rock that I've gone against as Crustle. And I noticed that they buffed that, and they also buffed the Rock Tomb, which is like you shoot the wall out and it blocks them in. So
yeah,
I think they might be doing what they did last patch and trying to encourage people to use all the moves instead of just like narrowing it on the same two every time.
Yeah.
Because I know that they did that with Talonflame last time. They gave Aerial Ace and Fly buffs, so I'm sure they did that with others, but I know Crustle was one of the ones that was positively affected in that way.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add before we leave Pokemon Unite is I think they're planning to do maybe a character every 2 weeks or every week. I don't know when was the last time we got a new character? When did we get Gardevoir? Was it 2 weeks ago?
I think that sounds.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, right. And I think it's awesome that they're including so many characters so fast. And right now I have a backlog of 3 characters, and I assume they're gonna make more. So I mean, I'm honestly liking how this is shaping up to be. I didn't think I'd enjoy Pokemon Unite so much, or this much.
Another thing too, the Crustle event where you do like the 7-day challenge that resets. I want to say after the daily cycle today.
That resets, after today. I wonder if they're gonna add a new one. That'd be interesting.
Maybe that's where Blastoise is coming in.
I thought that at first, but like I don't know why they wouldn't announce it, especially in an event like this. I mean, we know how Pokemon likes Kanto or loves Kanto. Surprise!
Yeah, that's 5 o'clock Pacific time and
6 o'clock our time.
And 7 Central Time.
Yeah, I believe it's 7 UTC. It's 7 UTC, the Universal Standard Time. So whatever UTC conversion rate to your time zone. But yeah, they might just not do one until September 22nd. I could totally see that. Or they'll do one and then a refresh on September 22nd for new mobile players.
No, because I remember, because when I was looking at it last night, it said like 1 day before it changes.
Well, yeah, before it changes or before it's completely gone. Because we don't know if it's going to change at all. I mean, we don't know if it's going to change or if it's just going to be gone.
It just said that particular, like the Crustle event was
So I definitely see him either doing another one until the 22nd or just not doing one until the 22nd, then he'll do another one.
When did Unite come out? Because if the mobile drops September, that gives them enough time to do.
Actually, I think
like
it was about a
multiple.
month ago.
So they could do one for Crystal was July's and the first half of August. And then they could do another one for second half of August, first half of September. And then just the 22nd do their third one.
The 1 month anniversary already? I think it is.
When did it come out?
I'm trying to think. Let me look this up really quick.
Okay. Today's the 18th of August.
I think it was the 22nd. 21st of July was the 1 month.
Well, I mean, it's about a month still.
So yeah, I guess the 1 month or the second month, I guess, is when the mobile comes out. Yeah, but I think we're getting a little too much into Pokemon Unite, which is fine. But we're definitely have a lot to talk about next podcast episode, where we're going to get more in depth with Pokemon Unite. But I feel like we should go to the next topic of the Direct, which is the Cafe Remakes. Your thoughts?
Well, I've never played the game. Don't plan on playing the game, so I don't really have any meaningful contributions. As little value as my contributions are in any topic, this is something I especially don't have any value in my contributions.
I played Cafe Remakes when it first came out. I enjoyed it. I just hated how you have to connect to internet every single time you want to get on. I just want an offline game I can play on my phone. I think it's very stylistic, very cool and interesting. Am I going to pick it up again? It depends. I don't know if this is an update to the original Cafe Mix, or if this is a completely new game, like maybe $5 for the whole game. Don't gotta pay any more, if that makes sense. They didn't really say a lot of content. I tried looking up more details, but they didn't really put out a ton. But it's just getting a more content fall 2021. That's about it. I don't think we either either of us have played Cafe.
I'll be honest. I was watching the direct or presentation, whatever, while I was doing some other stuff, and I wasn't really paying attention at all to the
well, I think
the Cafe Remakes part at all. So.
Well, Cafe Remakes was by far the lowest, I feel like, in this direct, and that's why they put it in the front, especially right behind Pokemon Unite. And I think it was only 30 seconds long. And yeah, and then easy to forget. But then they followed this up with a more popular game being Pokemon Masters. It's their 2-year anniversary. I played this game for about a year and then kind of stopped. But yeah, 2-year anniversary, big year, or big big landmark. I don't think you played Masters at all either.
I've not played it, no.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I did see in the trailer that they added N though. And N is a Gen 5 character. So I'm okay with it. I appreciate this change. I'm very happy to see this coming to the game, even though I have no idea what the premise of the game is, nor do I plan on playing the game at any point. But
from what I remember,
glad to see some Gen 5 appreciation.
From what I remember, it's like what all the trainers are trying to go into this kind of tournament, I guess, and be the very best. Makes sense. Like no one ever was.
They should make a song out of that.
But what's interesting is Leon and Hop, what they announced, the Galar kind of people, or the Galar trainers, they actually already came out about a week ago, I think. And I think so. Normally, what gacha games do before a big event like this, they do a way to get you to spend all your rolls, so then you buy more rolls the next time around, or when the big event is. And I guess Sigma Suit Leon was I don't know what to call it, the bait, I guess, to spend all your rolls. But I didn't think N would be the main pull. Like, I don't know what character would be like a seller for the game. I guess N would probably be the best. I think there's a lot of black and white characters in that game, so I'm pretty sure they see a lot of success with black and white characters specifically.
Good.
But they're releasing more characters, but they specifically showed a new animation for N, which is interesting. Another thing I found interesting was 100 free pulls. That's crazy for a gacha game. I think though it's a different pull entirely. Like it's a different banner that has like horrible rates. I don't know though.
Yeah, my I haven't really played any gacha games because I really enjoy having financial stability. Um, and I've found through previous gambling endeavors that my luck is not generally the most preferable. So I'd rather not.
Well, I mean,
Now
you got
that is,
Talonflame your first roll,
I was
so
gonna say, I'm like, well, my first energy roll in Pokemon Unite was the Talonflame skin, which is like 0.5% chance
yeah.
of getting, but generally speaking, my luck is not very good.
Yeah, I think that's about it for Masters. I might pick it up again just to use the 100 free rolls, maybe test it out, maybe do like a video. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Next, Pokemon Go, I think is celebrating its 5-year anniversary. Galar coming to Pokemon Go. That's about it. I don't know if you heard about
Pokemon
the
Go's 5 years old.
I know, I'm excited.
Oh man, that is
I played it for
very
about
sad.
2 years, right when they were adding Gen 2, and then I kind of stopped, and then I got back into it and then stopped again. Um, I don't know what Niantic is going. Have you heard about the controversy and everything going on? So when COVID started, they increased like the distance, or they decreased the distance you need to be to the Pokestops, I guess. So the Pokestops radius got bigger. If
Oh,
that
they're
makes
not so congested.
Yeah, so you're not close to people. But they recently lifted that. They reverted it back to the normal one because they said COVID, something about their COVID task force has deemed it safe, I guess. And people are so mad because honestly, the Delta variant and everything kind of makes the world not safe. A lot of people got mad, and yeah, that's about it. I don't know where I fall in line with this. I honestly think it's fine. Kind of get out there, do stuff.
Especially outside. I mean, if it's inside, that's one thing, but
Hmm.
and I don't know.
We're gonna get canceled by
I
saying
know, I know. I was gonna say something like, "Nah, I would prefer to not get this video demonetized." But
that.
um,
But
yeah, I mean, in my opinion, as long as it's outside, I mean, I don't think it's
I think it's only
Pokestops
like
are
it's like a
like
I don't know
you
the
just go there and
you
what a
spin it
Poke.
then
It's
leave.
been
Yeah.
so long.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like you're not standing around there for like
Oh yeah, because there's like a
extended
I
period. You
think
just
there's like a 10-minute cooldown on every Pokestop, so it's
yeah,
not
so you
like you're
just go,
staking it out.
you're loitering there. You're just
Yeah.
going there and leaving. I don't foresee the spread being that dangerous
But
there.
I
I mean,
think
I'm not a scientist, but
the difference is when COVID started, they made the game more accessible to play in your house. So they made it like an actual game. You got like remote raid passes and
I
stuff like
feel
that.
like that's kind of like defeating the
Well,
purpose of
okay, so
Pokemon Go.
that's exactly what Pokemon Go is saying. They like released a press thing and they're like, so our core values for Pokemon Go was to get out and explore. By doing these COVID restrictions, we're limiting that. So they said they want to bring them back to core values of Pokemon Go.
And I mean, you're not. It's not like you're being forced to go to these Pokestops. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, I guess in a sense, you're missing out if this is something you're concerned about, and you get. I guess you kind of get gypped in that way.
Hmm.
But it's like again, you're not around tons of people, and I mean, maybe for the big cities, this is a problem. I've only ever lived in small towns, so
Yeah, our
I've
Pokestops
never
were
really had to deal
like
with
a mile
congestion.
away.
I know, yeah. So maybe this is just coming from a rural standpoint,
Yeah.
but I don't see an issue with it. If it's really that concerning to you, then just don't
Yeah,
don't go to the Pokestop. I don't know what else to say.
a lot of people are saying it's like a cash grab because you get one free remote raid pass a day, I think. I haven't played, so don't quote me on that. And that means you could do any raid anywhere in the world, as long as you get an invite from a friend that's actually there.
I didn't know
But
that was a feature.
well, I mean they just added it in the during the COVID thing.
Mm.
But now people are saying this is a way for them to make money. Like, oh, and of course, now you want everyone to go out so you can sell more raid passes, this and that, because now you have to actually go to the raid area. But like, I think it's a 5-foot difference. So it's like, oh yes, 5 feet. Now I have to use my raid pass. I can't walk all the way over there. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I'm glad they're adding Galar, but they haven't even added any Alolan Pokemon, I don't think, except Alolan forms. So they got some catching up to do.
Wait, really? They just skipped over Gen 7?
Yeah, they skipped over Gen 7, which is very odd. I think they're trying what I think is happening is they're trying to push out Galar because it's very advertisable, I guess, till the new generation gets announced probably early next year. Yeah, because they did announce at the end of the direct that VGC is staying with Pokemon Sword and Shield, which would be the longest VGC or competitive Pokemon game in the history of Pokemon. I think it's more than 4 years. So, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. I think that kind of is a good segue to just on the topic of like the new gen into the
what are you talking about? Legends Arceus or
Legends? Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I think Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came before it in the direct though.
Yeah, right? But we could go straight to Legends Arceus. Have that straight in the middle. So yeah, I'm just gonna start out. What did you think?
Probably my favorite part of the trailer.
I think it was everyone's favorite part, or I don't know. It depends. Cause if you're like a hardcore Sinnoh remake person, then it could be. But like it was
all 5 of you out there. Well, okay. I mean, I don't mean that to say that people don't want the Sinnoh remakes. I mean that to say people don't want these Sinnoh remakes.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But after. I thought the Legends Arceus concept, the first for both of the games, for the remakes and for Arceus, the first trailer really didn't do it justice, and I don't know why they would do it like that. Because a trailer is supposed to want you to buy a game, and Game Freak was just like, oh, so let's just do the opposite. Let's just get you to not buy a game. So, yeah. So these trailers, I mean, make the games look so much better. Like, the games look good. They look polished. Don't have crappy frame rates.
I don't know. Well, I'll get to the Gen 4 mix, but in terms of Legends, for one, I think the concept's pretty good. I think there was 3 new forms, right?
So there's the new, how do you pronounce it? Growlithe? Well, how do you pronounce the forms?
Oh, the region?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Oh, I forgot it. It's not Hus. I have to say
Too many hours.
Husian, or I don't know. But I'm calling them ancient forms so much more easier. I'm calling them ancient forms, though. I guess we'll just start there with the new features.
Well, I mean, it isn't like a traditional Pokemon game, I would say. Like, it has the battle mechanics, but it's...
Oh, no. It doesn't even have... The battle mechanics are different as well. Okay,
well,
so
like 4 moves, HP, stat.
Oh, yeah, moves. Yeah. So,
I guess... I mean, the new content with the whole agile and...
Was it like Rapid Strike and... what is it?
It was like the...
Strong Style and Agile Style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are interesting additions, and I also like the move. The turn-based are not just each Pokemon selects a move in each turn. Now it's like you get
X
amount. Balance your turns out.
I do like that. How instead of a simple your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, it's based off of your Pokemon's power and speed. So the Pokemon is faster.
It's more like the anime.
Oh yeah, because in the anime, they do back to back moves. And yeah, I like the direction they're going. I hope this actually stays in the mainline game, because honestly, mainline games kind of need a change of pace. Yeah, but I forgot what the region's called, but we'll go into, I don't know, we're kind of all over the place right now. But battle mechanics, really cool, interesting kind of thing. Do you have any more to add on that?
On the battle, I mean, not the battle mechanics. In
I
terms of the other mechanics, though,
mhm.
I
I
think the whole like kind of Breath of the Wild esque gameplay is pretty good.
mhm.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I have, but not like on my own
Yeah.
playthrough. I think it's pretty interesting how you can just get mobbed by some wild
Oh
uh
yeah.
Pokemon.
Talking about getting mobbed. Your character has HP. You can faint, not your Pokemon, or your Pokemon can faint too. Which is very interesting mechanic. I don't know if you realize in the Pokemon manga, um, if you guys didn't read it, you should definitely read it. It's based off of the games. Um, it brings so many like interesting aspects to the Pokemon universe. So in Pokemon battles, the trainers also have to dodge the Pokemon's move. So like if Geodude use Rock Throw and you're in the line of that Rock Throw and your Pokemon dodge it, you still have to dodge. And it's just a very interesting thing. So to win a battle, I know some trainers would make the other trainers immobile and they win the battle. You literally can't give your Pokemon any moves or anything. So I mean, I definitely like that they're bringing that manga feature into this game.
I know it's kind of off topic, but some moments I haven't read all of it, but I've seen clips and like the manga is can get pretty intense
Oh,
sometimes.
it gets really intense. So much more story and
Well,
I
there was a Gen 5 one where
mhm.
it gets this, I guess, spoiler alert if you're
Yeah.
interested in reading the Gen 5 manga. But um, as I'm sure you guys are aware, if you played the games, at the end of the Gen 5 games, you go to face the champion and beats Elder. So you have to face him, and the castle, comes out from behind the Pokemon League.
Mhm.
Well, in the manga, similar stuff happens, but this other guy, I can't remember his name, captures the Weather Trio and uses them to fight off the Elite Four, and then gets this crucifies all the gym leaders. So it's a little bit more graphic, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, yeah, that's another thing.
Um,
Like I like how the mangas are so serious. Like it's a serious tone. Like I forgot cuz they showed the Pokemon actually doing stuff in the world and how Mew was created. I forgot how they basically there's like Pokemon slavery as well, and bad the bad team or the evil team or whatever in each generation is actually evil. They're not just like, oh, I'm taking over the world or let me
I want
purge.
more ocean. I
Yeah,
want more land.
yeah, but I definitely like the manga. If you haven't already, you should definitely read it. I know the manga is actually getting a lot of um I don't know publicity now. I think a lot of people are actually picking it up. But very good. Just definitely check them out. Where were we on Pokemon Arceus? I, I
um,
I guess we'll
your
just
trainer being able to
your trainer being able to
get them all
die
to
or
death.
not die, get knocked out, and
Careful, you're gonna lose your monetization with words like that.
I assume like the professor is like, oh, I found you laying dead or laying on the ground, fainted. I brought you back to our campsite. So
Hmm.
yeah. Um, yeah, so the player character receives damage from Pokemon attacks and can cause them to black out while on a survey mission. So I guess we could talk about survey missions. Oh, can I first say Survey Corps? Like I kept getting Attack on Titan vibes because literally they're in the Survey Corps. I don't know. I think that's interesting. But Team Galactic, I guess I don't know if they're still
Like
called.
the
Are they
the
called Galactic?
precursor.
Well, yeah.
It's like it's Galaxy Team or something like
Well,
that.
I thought it was because it's SC, not SG for Survey Corps.
But the Survey Corps is like a
A
section
subset.
of the
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Galaxy people.
I've only watched it once, and because I trying to pump out content right now. But
The uh the team captain, I forget, it's like Cyril,
mhm.
that girl who looks exactly like Cyrus, like the same like
Oh
hair
yeah,
color, and the names are Cyril, Cyrus.
yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I think this is just like the a precursor of Team
Well,
Galactic before
I think that's what they're
Cyrus
trying to
took
do.
over and was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
I'm so depressed. I'm gonna wipe out the world."
Well, I think they want Team Galactic to be good in the quote unquote
Mhm.
prequel, and then they become evil.
Maybe
But
they get commanded by a radical introvert. Doesn't want any social interaction.
Yeah. But the survey mission. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, survey missions. And I think that concept is really interesting. I believe what I saw from the trailer is you have to find a certain amount of Pokemon or like certain Pokemon, and that completes the survey mission. One thing I found funny is in the trailer, they're like, oh, we want to show people how nice Pokemon are and stuff. But we're just gonna, research them and watch them. Then we'll just catch them. It's like, that's not how survey. Have you ever seen National Geographic? Like, they don't go capturing these lions. Like, it's funny, but
Okay, well, I mean, some shows where it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like the fight shows where they show like two random species fighting each other.
Mhm.
I think I
I've
remember
not seen
seeing
those.
one. Well, it was like a crab versus a spider,
What?
and the commentator's like, the crab has come across the spider's path, and now they must battle. And all the comments are like, that's a funny way of saying your camera guy put the crab next to the spider in hopes that they would duke it out.
Like, it's always like crab
That's
spider
all
versus
thoughts.
actual spider.
But I mean, it was. I guess it's like that where they just capture them and then like have them fight each other for
Yeah.
science.
But I find it interesting in a world where their Pokemon and trainers or humans aren't actually connected yet, or coexisting. Of course, the people were they like, oh yeah, Pokemon are beasts and wild animals that can hurt us, and I
Well,
guess there's
I mean, you've
something.
even seen that in the anime. I wouldn't say that's like it's a new concept for the game, but
Mhm.
like I know when some of the animes like they're getting mogged by the Caterpies of all things.
Oh yeah, I think
Um,
in the original like first season, didn't Ash get like caught in what is it, Senta? What's that? Caterpie's webs or something like that?
might have. And then I know in Pokemon Generations, um, there was some. I don't remember which episode, but there was trainers getting attacked by Pokemon. And
Hmm.
actually, now that I think about it, I don't know how this could have escaped my mind, considering my Gen 5 nature. But there's literally the part in the game when Ghetsis just tries to kill you with Kira. Just cold blood.
Well, yeah,
So,
I mean, the story's interesting. So something's making these Pokemon go rage, basically. And I feel
mhm.
like I've seen this concept before. I think I've seen it in the anime, or Pokemon, or I think as a
Mind control.
movie. Yeah, they go out of
Yeah.
control. So
That was in a Hoopa, I think.
was it in? I
Oh,
haven't.
that's one of the examples
I
where
don't think
like
I've seen
yeah,
Hoopa.
because a Hoopa was just calling all the legendaries in with his portal rings, and they were just duking it out in the big city.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, so I
Spoiler
assume.
alert, by the way. If you wanted to watch the
Spoiler! It's
4-year-old
literally on the
movie.
cover art. But so I assume like they're gonna be like how the story's gonna be. It's like, oh, go on this survey mission, and then on this survey mission, you're gonna see one of this crazy Pokemon, and then the professor's gonna be like, oh, that isn't normal. We need to get to the
This is
yeah,
adorable.
we need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, but interesting concept. I like the mission kind of thing. I don't think they showcase how many Pokemon's gonna be in the game.
I
Um,
noticed in the trailer it was mostly Gen 4s.
well, I mean, it
Kind of
is,
makes sense.
yeah.
But I did say like other ones. And I guess we can get into the new forms now.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
There
before we
was
get into that, I guess we've already kind of touched on it. Um I think it's still Sinnoh, but it's calling it a different region. I forgot the
well,
his.
they said it was Sinnoh in an earlier state in time.
Yeah, but they're just calling it Hisui. Or I forgot. I really
Well, hey,
forgot.
because it's not. It's like how I'm trying to think of a good country example. It's like how like Arizona and New Mexico used to be like
Oh,
a
one day.
territory,
Yeah.
and then now it's like,
Hmm.
I mean, obviously I don't know if this Hussein region or
I
whatever it is is
say
split,
I completely
but
forgot and I hate it.
uh, but I think it's just like a matter of like a name change over time,
Hmm.
like how Czechoslovakia is now the Czech Republic. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
my
I mean,
country
I guess that makes
example.
sense. But so I believe there's four new Pokemon or four new evolutions. That's are actually one of them
I think
is
just
a
forms.
forms. Some of them are evolutions. Some of them are forms. I'm calling them ancient forms. They're called Hisuin, or I keep forgetting the name. But we're calling them ancient forms. There's Growlithe, Trying to think of more. Growlithe, Basculin. Who else is there? The Stantler one and the Bravery one. I forgot what the Stantler one. How do you exactly pronounce it? But Growlithe and Bravery have forms. Stantler and Basculin have evolutions.
Mm-hmm. I think with the Growlithe, he has a little horn, and I remember them saying in the trailer that it's like if he uses it in a pinch, it affects him negatively. So I'm gonna just make a prediction here that his ability is something where if he uses a certain move, like maybe it's headbutt or head smash,
Oh, like a physical
that
attacking move.
with his like involving the head, I think
Mm-hmm.
it might lower some stat. It's my guess, but
Yeah, but I don't know how they would put that as a description. They're gonna like, oh, a move that involves the head, blah blah blah. So I think any sort of physical maybe move. I don't
no,
know.
they do that with Strong Jaw. They do any like biting move.
Oh, you have a point. You have a point. But yeah, so Growlithe is now a fire rock type. He's very floofy. I don't know if I really like this design. I think they're going for cute, but I don't
I'd
know.
be interested to see the evolution.
I'm more interested in the evolution. Yes, he did have a horn, so I think it might be what is it called, a manticore, like a lion, with a horn. Is that what a manticore is?
I don't think so, but I will look it up for
Yeah.
you.
While you look that up, we also got Basculin. Or sorry, where is Basculin? His evolution
Lion
Bascule.
with wings.
Oh, with wings. I could definitely say it with rings. But Basculin evolves into Basculegon. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is a
Same as
what?
Basca Legion.
Oh, Basculegion. Yes, Legon. Water ghost type. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yes,
Love
that
it.
is
Yeah.
perhaps my favorite.
And
Gen 5, of course.
well, I love Basculin in Gen 5, and I really did wish he had an evolution, like a
Mm-hmm.
pre-evolution and an evolution.
He was so like,
It's just a
it's
fish.
just a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a wishy-washy evolution, but without the ability schooling. Like have wishy-washy be the pre-evolution and then wishy-washy school form be the evolution. And a part of me thinks Basculin's going to be this Pokemon.
Well, it kind of is. It's just like instead of having the school be other living basculin, it's
Just
a school of dead basculin.
yeah. So, I mean, I think the description of the Pokemon is it takes the Wandering Souls
Yeah,
of
the souls of its fellow
Basculin.
basculin, and it like absorbs them,
Hmm.
and then it uses that to power
Yeah.
itself. And the design
Yeah, it looks
is pretty
beautiful.
cool.
It's
I
like
love that design.
I'm trying
And
to.
it appears to be a ride Pokemon too. So
Oh yeah, it's a ride water Pokemon, which is great. I think is definitely going to be on my team.
yeah, me too.
One I don't really care for. I mean, I like it, but I don't think I'll like put it on my team or anything. Is Bravery, the
Yeah,
form. It looks cool. I thought it'd be a ghost type, but it's a psychic flying type. Interesting. I don't think that typing has ever been a thing.
Ghost
So
flying,
no, psychic fairy.
psychic
Or
fairy,
sorry,
or
psychic flying.
psychic flying Sigalith from Gen 5.
Oh, okay. But what about water ghost? I think water ghost is a first.
I'm pretty sure there's a water ghost type. That just sounds like familiar typing.
I think. Oh yeah. Either way, Bravery. Yeah, he's. It's a good design.
Brillish from Gen 5 as well.
Oh, oh yeah. And then we got a. Oh, it's called Weirdeer. How do you pronounce it? Wiredeer or whatever. It's a normal psychic type evolution of Stantler. Um, looks cool. I
Interesting concept.
has like the great mane beard kind of thing. Don't really. Same thing with Bravery. Not gonna really have it on my team.
No.
Yeah.
Braviary, I mean, it is a Gen 5, so you'd think I'd be obligated to
Not
like it.
really have it.
But it's, I think the design is kind of lazy. It's basically just Braviary with like psychic eyes.
Oh yeah, I thought it was
Same.
lazy too. It reminds me of Arbok because the first time I saw it, I thought the eyes up top were his actual eyes, but it's actually his
Who?
brows. His eyes are right below his brows.
Oh, are they? I thought
Yeah.
those were his eyes.
No, I thought so too, but no, he has like those are his eyebrows, so it's kind of like the Arbok kind of thing.
So
Um,
lazy.
but yeah, do you think there's going to be any new forms or any other Pokemon that could have forms?
I would say probably just knowing
Well, it seems like
Game Freak in the past, they don't normally announce all of their
Mhm.
stuff at once.
For some reason they're really focusing on Gen 4 and Gen 5.
Which, I mean,
I'm
okay
fine
with.
with, but like I just find that interesting because I think the Pokemon Company knows Gen 5 is probably the most, I wouldn't say well regarded because a lot of people hate it.
Well, no, it was very hated in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but like retrospectively, it's probably one of the more liked
Well, yeah, I think because
generations.
I think everyone thinks Gen 5 is one of the best Pokemon games now because after Gen 5, Pokemon started
Yeah,
going
it was.
downhill.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're using that to their advantage. Gen 5. I mean, and isn't Oshawott one of the starters? Oshawott,
Mm-hmm.
Turtwig, and Cyndaquil. I'm definitely going
What is
Cyndaquil.
what is Cynical? Is that Gen 2 or Gen
Gen
4?
2, Gen 2. Same thing with
Let me
Totodile and
see.
Bayleaf. And then was it Turtwig's in Gen 4? And then
Mm-hmm.
yep, Oshawatt's Gen 5. But yeah, the Gen 5 rep, love it. I'd like to see more ancient forms. I like to see. I don't know about ancient evolutions than forms because I don't know, but I do like Basculin's evolution. It feels like it's a nice kind of progression. You could definitely see it came from another Pokemon. It'd be weird if that was the only Pokemon, but
Yeah.
I'm wondering, do you think they'll make pre-evolutions like baby forms?
I don't think they're gonna do any baby forms of anyone in terms of like just normal pre-evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Basculin, probably not. I mean,
I'm
he's already
hoping
kind of a
Basculin, but I
smaller
don't think
fish,
so.
but
I'm trying to think of a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon that might work.
um,
Um,
I was gonna say Bisharp because that's a 2 stage, but he already has a baby for his
yeah.
first stage. Brillish maybe, but with Basculin being a water ghost, I don't know if they would do that. Sigalith might be a nice addition
Oh,
because he's
well,
a
I'm pretty sure
1 stage.
Sigalith is gonna be in the game.
I'm
Um,
saying like like a evolution of it
yeah.
because I feel like you could probably do something with it.
I
I mean, I'm not a graphic designer, so I can draw one up real quick, but
yeah, I'm looking at the Pokedex list right now. I think there a lot of these Pokemon have like 3 stage, 2 stage evolution, except Basculin, and of course he already got an evolution. I think Darumaka definitely has a chance. Though he already did get an Alolan form, so I don't know. Maractus
you mean
though.
wait, you got a? I thought it was a
Oh
Galarian.
yeah, Galarian form, not Alolan. You're right. Maractus, I definitely see having another form. I could see like
That's a
a
1 stage, right?
1 stage. I could like a massive tree or a massive cactus.
Cactus.
Yeah. Dwebble, I could definitely see
Squabble.
having an alternate form instead of an evolution, like an alternate form or an ancient form. And Maractus have an ancient evolution, like Basculin.
That would make sense though, because like when you think about prehistoric stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like the plants are always like monstrous. So to have like a Maractus be like this gigantic like saguaro cactus,
Yeah.
I think that might be an interesting addition. Dwebble though, I mean,
I
he's
I
kind of
I could see
he could
him.
use an alternate evolution, but I don't know what it would be.
I don't think it'd be an evolution. I think it'd just be a form change, like Bravery and Growlithe.
What would it be the form change at Dwebble or after his
I
evolution?
think both of them is an evolution because they did do like Vulpix and stuff, so they have the ability to do an ancient form of a 2 stage, 3 stage evolution. I could definitely see it being like a more ancient rock. That's a,
Well, Breviary, there's I don't remember the name, but there's a
oh
first
yeah,
stage
there is a
for
first
Breviary.
stage,
So I don't know what they're doing with that one.
and they said it's a form, not an evolution. So I'm pretty sure there is a pre-evolution. They just haven't shown it yet.
Maybe.
Sigilyph would be perfect. I feel like I think you already mentioned that. Cophagrigus, another good one.
Doesn't he come from Yamask?
Yeah, Mask and then Cophagrigus. Yep. Um, these are only Gen 5. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could go through the whole list and pick which ones
Well,
we.
yeah, their dex is so massive. It's like
Yeah,
you
but I
got a
mean,
whole
they're
whole thing.
definitely showing a lot of support to Gen 5, especially in here, just by the Pokemon we've seen. Deerling, I don't think they've shown it off, but I'm pretty sure Deerling is 100% in the game. Seasonal kind of variants make it perfect for glamour shots.
I don't think they'll do a form, but
I don't think they'll do a
in the
form,
game.
but I'm pretty sure it'll be in the game. Speaking of glamour shots, what did you think of the atmosphere and everything? I know
Looks nice.
you
I
said
have no complaints at all,
no.
actually.
You didn't. Okay, I'm surprised a little bit because
At my lack of complaints, or
yeah,
at the game.
about it looking, they definitely something is up with the cell shading. I don't know what it is
Mm,
though. I can't put my finger on it. It is like little. It's like too little in some places and too much in some places.
mm.
I don't know how
I'll have to
to.
rewatch it.
I don't know how to explain it, but the atmosphere looks great. It all surrounds Mount Cornet. I am pretty sure you could go into Mount Cornet. They did
I
show
think you
off.
can see it in like any spot. You
Well,
can see it in
it's.
like the background of.
I'm pretty sure that's like it should. They should take the Breath of the Wild approach. Minimal loading screens. You could go anywhere. I'll get to the minimal loading screens in a sec, but another key kind of location they showcase is like that massive tree that got struck by lightning.
Do you
Um,
think they're going to do any post Gen 6 or post Gen 5 tropes like Mega Evolution or
a lot of people are saying
um
Mega Evolution is dead. I do not think so. I think
I,
they might. They just there's
I
always
mean,
a.
maybe it is dead, but I don't want it to be
Oh,
dead.
I don't want it to be dead either.
I think it was a legitimate like trope. I think Gen 6 just executed it kind of poorly because it
I
gives you a free Mega Lucario like
mhm.
after your fifth gem.
I don't know. I don't think. I'm trying to
Anything to
think of
do
what
Z
post.
moves?
I don't know what post game would be. Well, okay. Once we already talked about battle a little bit. I want to go in depth with the battle mechanic again with you, but that's another thing I have to talk about. The battle mechanics, but post game that's very interesting. I don't know what they could do for post game. Maybe open up the Pokedex. That's another thing. I don't know
Well,
how many Pokemon they're planning to include.
the I mean, it's not really like a traditional game, it seems like, where you're not like fighting gym leaders and then you
Mhm.
fight the Pokemon League. So I don't know how they would incorporate a it would definitely have to be a different type of post
Well, I mean,
game.
I assume the post game is catching Arceus because
There was a scene, I don't know, like it was I can't remember the scene exactly, but what I do remember is I'm pretty sure it had Arceus's like theme or like a remix
oh
of the
yeah, I think it
theme
was when
in the
the
panel.
lightning struck the tree, or was I wrong?
I
That
don't remember
that
what the scene,
massive
but I
tree.
just remember hearing
But
about like,
yeah,
oh,
I
that
remember
sounds
hearing that as
familiar.
well. I honestly think because the story revolves around these Pokemon going rogue, or
Mm-hmm.
going rogue, and you have to stop them. I think Arceus has something to do with that, and I think Giratina has something to do with that.
What'd
And
be
they,
kind of cool is like Giratina's the one possessing them,
mm-hmm.
and you get to a point where you just can't beat him, so you go get Arceus. He's
And
like,
then
hey,
beat it.
can I get some help with Giratina for a second, please?
I don't think you're able to capture Arceus though, because I mean, and that just screws up
You know what would look
timeline.
based on like how the battles look? Imagine a legendary battle
Oh,
in
I
that
know,
game.
and and like in the middle of the
You're
battle,
standing
you're the
there.
one dodging the
Yeah.
attack. That would be cool. Like I could totally see that on like maybe in what's that warped dimension?
Antimatter
Yeah,
place.
the one Giratina resides in. I
Mm-hmm.
can imagine a battle like you're in like this kind of warped area, and it's just you, Arceus, and Giratina, and you're
You're
just
going through all like the floating islands, dodging
yeah, yeah. That
attacks.
I could totally see that being a really cool thing. I'm pretty sure Giratina is gonna be like a shock factor. That's why they haven't said anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be like, oh, you're playing through the story, and then boom, Giratina.
And this is like their kind of de facto platinum remake,
Mm-hmm.
since they have
Yeah,
Palkia and Dialga and the other two Gen
yeah,
4
Brilliant
remake games.
Diamond, Shining
They
Pearl.
could leave Giratina into this one,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
give him
because
a share of the love.
I'll get into this when we talk about the remakes, but I don't think they're including platinum content at all, which supports this theory that I have. What were we talking about? We were talking about locations. Yeah, I guess we could just move.
The atmosphere, like
Mhm.
the just like this design of the
Oh yeah,
cities and stuff and the camp. I
there's
think
new
it's pretty cool.
regions or like so the massive region is divided up into regions, and I'm pretty sure that's where your only load zone is going to be is transferring in between those regions. From what the map looked like, how I would divide it up, I'd see maybe like 6, 7 maybe. I'm hoping each region has its own city. I don't know though, because they only showed one city, I think, or they showed different cities that look very similar. So I don't know. I'm hoping they show off. I'm hoping there's just multiple cities. Yeah. So I want to go really quick into the battle mechanic. That being, I mean, we've already talked about it. Instead of turn-based, you go, I go, it's whatever, based off of your Pokemon.
Like instead of 5 turns, then it distributes it accordingly.
Strong style and agile style. So I guess strong style is what? So it's stronger attacks, but your opponent gets more attacks, I think, in your action order or something like that. While agile style is multiple attacks, I guess, but doesn't do a lot of damage. Interesting concept. Action order, very interesting.
Well, I'm sure the agile is going to be really good for status effects.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Like in the trailer, they had Lucario use Calm Mind and then use a move. So I would imagine that it'd be beneficial competitively for getting off status effects or like stealth rocks. Well,
I don't think this game is competitive.
That's true as well. I was going to say, I wonder how like poison spikes and stealth rocks work, if they're even going to include those kinds of moves.
Well, maybe it'd be like a certain area in your Pokemon.
I mean, those only work for trainers because they affect Pokemon when they switch in. I mean, I haven't seen any trainer battles yet.
I don't think there is going to be trainer battles. I think this game is completely single player. So, I mean, they could just completely not do those moves.
That's true.
But one thing I didn't really like...
like not even NPC trainers I didn't see in the trailer.
Oh, yeah, I don't even think there's battles. The only battles you're going to do is against Pokemon. Maybe... I would say Team Galactic, but... Like, maybe there's evil, like... Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe there's one person that's evil trying to make the whole thing turn bad, and maybe try and fight him or something. Maybe he's working with Giratina or something. I don't think so, but... There's I don't like how the strong style and agile style have basically the Z move treatment, where like every move you do, it's like agile style, then they do the move. Like, just do the move. I don't need to know it's agile. I literally clicked it. I don't know if this is only a part of the trailer. Like, maybe it's only the first move that tells you if it's strong or agile, and then after, you know, the subsequent moves, it just does the move. I did not like that. That's about it. That's all I'm really ranting about. I like the minimal load screens. The seamless kind of, you throw a Pokeball, and then it's like... Oh, yeah. It goes, zooms into the Pokemon, and then boom, you're in the battle. I love that. That was Breath of the Wild approach. Great. Yeah.
I agree.
So another thing they said, they kind of shoehorned it in at the end of the direct, or at the end of the presentation, was support for both games, the remake and Legends Arceus, will come in 2022, which is disappointing. Oh, I don't know, for
what?
For the remakes, at least.
Support for Pokemon Home?
Yeah, for Pokemon Home. Because, I mean... The remakes come out in a month, and you're not even able to transfer your Pokemon for another 4 months.
I think that kind of makes sense. That way you can't transfer in like level hundreds and then just sweep through the story.
I guess you have a point.
Waiting at least it gives you time to beat the game legitimately before you start pulling people in.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Legends Arceus will, Pokemon Home will come out around the same time Legends Arceus comes out. That 2022. That's about it. I was just a little shocked that the remakes did not get, you know, the same treatment as Arceus. Next, they also they showed off new art, and in this new art, they announced a special outfit will be given to you if you pre-order Legends Arceus in certain retailers, as Amazon to Japan. I'm pretty sure this is coming to the US. I forgot what it looks like. It's like just a neat little outfit. I think it's based off of the original Sinnoh costumes. And then if you purchase Pokemon Legends Arceus on Nintendo eShop before May 9th, you will receive a serial code for 30 heavy balls. It's interesting. What's interesting is they don't have like a new name, because I know the Pokeballs are super old. They look weird. Or not weird, but you know.
The I think it's gonna be a little bit like Pokemon Let's Go, where you just like catching.
Yeah. Well, they did say some Pokemon you're able to just catch, and then other Pokemon you have to fight and catch. So I mean, it makes sense. The higher level Pokemon, you have to fight it. But yeah, I think that's about it for Legends Arceus. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing specific. Just this is probably one of the games I am for sure going to get Pokemon wise, because I've been waiting for a good Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, you haven't even played Sword and Shield.
Well, it's because I'm still waiting for a good Pokemon game. But I feel like this might be finally the advent of a new one, so looking forward to it. I'll probably pre-order it even.
Yeah, I think I'll pre-order it.
Can't quite say the same for the next couple games you're gonna get into in a second here.
I'm definitely gonna pre-order Pokemon Arceus. I like the outfits and stuff, but honestly, I'm just gonna pre-order it anyways. I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order at a retailer though, because I want maybe some extra goodies. Pokemon usually does stuff like that. Overall, I think this is definitely a really good step for Pokemon in general. They're putting more time on the mainline games, because I think it's back-to-back spin-offs, which is something they never really do. And then some more time on the remake, and then they're adding new mechanics to the spin-off. Hopefully they'll introduce in the mainline game. But yeah,
I wish it wasn't so far away.
It's actually closer than I thought. But yes, it's still 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 months away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sad.
But on to the last bit of news on this direct. The remakes for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I guess I'll start this off. I really enjoyed it. I liked what they did. It looks it's way more polished than when they first showed it. Still don't know how I like the overworld chibis. I guess I'm gonna have to live with it, but it looks way better. What do you think?
I think it looks better, and a lot of the mechanics that they discussed are good as well, like gameplay features. But I still think this the overworld design. It's I don't know. It's too.
So I think they wanted to go to the Wind Waker clay, or not Wind Waker. Wind Waker X Link's Awakening remake art style, kind of like clay kind of thing, but not clay. They did. I pointed out in my reaction. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and check that out. That they had this focus lens. So in the Link's Awakening, they had like this like weird camera focus where the outside would be blurred and then the inside would be in focus. And they actually did that in this game. I saw that in the trailer, which tells me they're trying to remake that kind of style in their own way. I don't know if I like the overworld. I don't like the chibi people, but I don't know how you would combine the two. Yeah.
I think it's very much like, it's basically they took the DS art style from the original games and they just made it 3D.
Well, they said they're going to make it faithful, so that's all they did.
But you can't really make those styles 3D. Like,
yeah, it's like
you get like bobblehead people.
Yeah, because your head's like pixel. So they're making pixel art into 3-dimensional art by using the pixel art's dimensions, which is something you shouldn't do, because pixel art dimensions emphasize the head and some other features. And
it's I mean the overall overworld design,
great.
It's fine. It's a lot. I wouldn't call it great, but it's like it's faithful to the originals in that it looks very similar in 3D, and it's done like well enough. Like, I don't have any complaints about it.
Okay, I guess I agree with you.
Extraordinary, but
I wouldn't say it's great. I like Oras was great. That was better than great. This one is all right. It
even
works.
X and Y was pretty good with their 3D.
Well, like, I mean, but I'm just saying in remake standards.
Oh
yeah.
But the people, no.
Yeah.
and they have a completely different design for in the battles.
Oh, I mean,
The people look
I like the
normal.
design that's in the battles. I don't know why
Yeah,
they didn't use those. But then if they had to use
uh,
those, then they'd have to remake a new overworld, and then
no,
that's
I don't think so because
well,
it
no,
kind of
you're gonna
looks like
have
Sun
like
and Moon.
thin, kind of lanky characters, and inside
They
a
would just have to
chibi
they would
world.
just have to make the world bigger, I think, because you look at like Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon
I
had
would
way
say
more
that they had.
detail,
I would
though.
say Sun and Moon had like the battle, the Sinnoh battle character designs in the overworld, just not as like high definition, obviously, because it
Oh
was
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
3DS, not
yeah.
the Switch.
Well, they did the
And the buildings
regular.
were
I mean, they did the
bigger.
regular X and Y models. It's kind of like 3D kind of thing. I'm trying to exactly pinpoint it, but yeah, they did really well combining the 3D overworld with the battle overworld. I do not think the same can be said for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, but I do think there's definitely improvements. This game is now worth buying. I don't know if you're gonna pick it up. I know I am, but I
I need a little bit more time to deliberate.
well, you only got less than a month, so
I don't need to buy it immediately.
what? Okay, okay, you have a point, but still, um,
If anything, I think it'd be better to wait, see how other people review the game, and
mhm.
go
Well,
from
at
there.
first I was still on the fence of getting it, but now I'm officially saying I'm gonna get it. I, I mean, on
You
the
kind of have to, given your
oh, yeah, but I mean, I
profession.
didn't get like some other games, so I mean, it's a Pokemon game though, so you have
The
a point.
mainline Pokemon game,
Hmm.
though. So
But pre-orders of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are open on the eShop. I don't think I'll be pre-ordering it. I'm just gonna get the physical copy from a different retail store. I don't need to get the digital version at all. I normally only get the digital version of games and the physical version of games, like both of them, if I know I'm gonna play that game a lot. Um,
why?
what do you mean? Like for Smash Bros, I bought the physical game and I have the digital. I don't know why I
That's
do it. I
$120.
know, I know. Hey, I bought both Sword and Shield, so I actually don't know if I'm gonna get the double pack or not. I'm half tempted to. I don't know though. Dep-
What do you
I-
think of the Diamond Pearl Switch? Like,
oh my god, that thing looks sick.
I mean, I
It
would
looks
like it a lot
so
more if it was an
clean.
actual Switch and not the Switch Lite. But it does look very,
It looks
very
clean.
good.
Well, I mean, I don't think they'd be announcing any new Switches because the OLED, and if they're gonna
Hmm.
get you to buy a new Switch, it'd be a new Switch OLED thing, which is just conflicting with marketing. So might as well make it a Switch Lite. Plus, I think Switch Lites are so much more easier to customize, and that's why we see so much more Switch Lite variants. Because it's only, I don't know if you noticed, on the Switch Lite, it's two different, it's only two pieces that you put together to make the whole Switch Lite shell. But for an actual Switch, you have the dock, you have the Joy Cons, you have the etching inside of the metal frame. So it's a lot more difficult and costly to do it on those instead of a Switch Lite. But by far, one of the best custom Switches or exclusive ones. Oh yeah,
I agree.
I love the black and gold. And then I like, so I'm glad they didn't make the buttons gold because that's what they normally do. Like for the Sword and Shield one, they made the buttons blue and pink and then the back blue and pink. What, like blue and pink kind of etching or whatever. But they did black and gold, but they made the buttons black, and that's what I love. Yeah.
Are you gonna buy it?
No, I no. Maybe if YouTube makes me enough money, but I have a Switch Lite. Don't need another one.
You hear that, viewers?
Yes, if I somehow make $200 in the course of, I think, when did it come out? The same time the game comes out, a month
I would
then.
imagine so.
Yeah. So
Y'all better get to donating.
yeah. So I have my no input on that. You heard it from Tater or Jacob, not me.
Yeah,
um,
totally unbiased source.
Trainer customization makes an appearance in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as Pokeball and Pokemon customization.
That's
Um,
another interesting
well,
feature, I think.
it was in
The
the original.
Pokeball.
It was in the original game. I just didn't know if they're gonna add it in this one and
Was it?
how. Yeah, yep. I don't know
Hmm.
how they would add it though. I'm glad they did add it, and they added like stickers too, so you could put it all over your Pokeball. And so I think it works as what stickers you put on your Pokeball is what effect it does when you throw it. So if you put like a sparkle sticker, your Pokemon's gonna have sparkle.
I don't know. You think this replaces the
shiny sparkle?
Well, no, because I was gonna say I don't know how many Pokeballs are in here if they're going to have like quick timer. Next,
oh no, yeah, they're still gonna have those, but I don't think the effect is gonna be on them if you have, because you could just choose not to customize them.
The timer ball is a pretty obnoxious effect.
It's it has the clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about it's cool, interesting. I don't know, because
it's stuff like that, like those kinds of mechanics I think are pretty admirable in the game. But again, I don't know, it's just,
I mean, it was in the original game, and if this is a faithful remake, then
yeah. But well, I mean, it doesn't really have to be new gameplay, just gameplay, in general. But I still, those overworld graphics are
you still really going
kind of bad. Well, okay, that's like my only real complaint.
But like, it's a good game.
The fact that I'm not like a Gen 4 person.
You're Gen 5. I mean, that's how I am too. I play Gen 4. I liked it, but Gen 5 still has fills up more of my heart, I guess. Speaking of new mechanics, Pokemon follow your character now. Something they haven't added in even the mainline Sword and Shield game until the DLC. I'm glad this is in this one, and it's in Arceus, and I hope this is a mechanic that's going to stay.
It's truthful to the Gen 4, Gen 2 remake.
Oh, that's another thing about the overworld, because it uses the Pokemon model, which is based off of the gameplay overworld, but in the chibi environment, which makes it look a little thin, because chibi's squishing them so they're chubby and stuff, while the Pokemon are kind of thin.
You got this small little like bobblehead character, and you got like Giratina following you.
Yeah, I think I've already explained. I don't think Giratina's going to be in this game. It didn't look like they have any of the Platinum content. It did sound like they're adding new content to Galactic and Cynthia. Like Cynthia's researching some sort of something.
Oh yeah, they said, you can find her several times throughout the region. As if they don't know that we know that she's the champion.
Yeah. Which I think is cool. I think Cynthia definitely needs more love. She got a lot of love in Masters. But yeah, love to see Cynthia.
It'd be kind of an interesting twist if she wasn't the champion and got like beaten out by somebody, and you had to fight that new person.
They said it's a faithful remake, so I doubt they do something that drastic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think post game though, they definitely have the liberty to change it up. I don't. As I've said before, I don't think Giratina's going to be in post game, so they're going to do stuff with Cynthia and maybe Galactic, but by the end of the game, you defeat Galactic. So
it's kind of interesting if the post game of Diamond Pearl sets up Legends, because it would. I think that would be perfect.
Oh, they pulled like an MCU kind of thing where it's like at the end you get like a clip of what happens in Legends, or like maybe Giratina or something, like just his eyes or something. Because you know how Giratina's eyes is like that shadowy figure with the red. That would be cool. I definitely see a possibility, because the Game Freak director is overseeing it, so I mean they could easily combine stuff like that. But yeah, I love to see Cynthia. Another new feature they're adding, Pokemon Hideaways. I don't know if you remember, but the Pokemon Underground was so confusing for me, at least. So I mean, I was a kid when I played it, but I don't think it'll be confusing anymore. I don't remember there being a map, and I knew there wasn't hideaways, and it's gonna be awesome. You know the whole underground mechanic, right? No. So basically, in the DS game, it's kind of like pseudo online, where you could see other players, but it's just their sprite, and you could walk up to them or like, oh hi, I'm yada yada yada, take this, and that's it. But I have a feeling, I actually don't know, because I know Pokemon does not like to use servers at all. They like peer-to-peer connections. Pokemon Underground might be like a multiplayer kind of thing where you can see other players in real time. if that's by choice, like you have to connect via a lobby code, because we do know that I forgot what they're called, the lobbies are in the game again. Or you have to connect via a server. I don't know. I want to see that, though. I don't want to see the whole pseudo multiplayer thing.
I think it's interesting how they have the exclusive Pokemon in there.
Oh yeah, so the Pokemon Hideaways is something they added. Very cool overworld Pokemon, which I don't think is going to be in the overworld, but in the Pokemon Hideaways, you can see the Pokemon, run into them, and get them, which is great. It reminds me of Animal Crossing's island ticket things, where you go to a random island and you collect whatever's there. I know you haven't played Animal Crossing, but it's kind of just
I'm
get
just taking your word for it here.
Yeah, you take a ticket and it takes you to a random island. You collect resources from there.
I believe it was also like in I want to say Gen 5.
Gen 5 had something similar.
Where like you go to the middle world, the Entralink,
and
just go like north, and they had that big forest area.
Yep. But I have a feeling it's going to be more like there's going to be different types of hideouts. There's going to be a fire, water, grass, and then of course the ultra rare kind of shiny hideout or something like that, or hideaways.
I'm wondering which gens are going to include.
That's another thing, because they said
what their Pokedex will consist of.
They said exclusive Pokemon, but are they gonna mess with the spawning rates of already Sinnoh Pokemon?
I don't think Sinnoh has a big enough dex to do exclusive Sinnoh.
Well, I mean,
you would think about like
they could just
dexes.
do the national dex in Sinnoh, I think, was 500 Pokemon, but they still had, or not natural. The regional dex was 500. The national dex was the full amount. I don't know if the national dex is returning. They didn't say or deny that, so I'm pretty sure that's a no. Regional.
I mean, you also have to figure like the amount of the only generations that have done exclusive dexes like that have been 1 and 5. One being the first generation, so there's no one else to go.
Well, I mean,
and Gen 5 having a massive dex.
Well, I'm talking about the regional dex. The regional dex in the game was all Sinnoh Pokemon plus whatever Pokemon they chose for the game.
I think I see.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how regional and national works, but like each game has a regional dex, which is the curated Pokemon that you could actually
whenever I think of regional dex, I think like that region's
Pokemon. No. So it's like,
even though it includes the other ones.
Yeah, all the Pokemon you could catch in the game is the original dex, and then the national dex is Pokemon you could transfer over. But I think the regional dex is going to stay the same from the original. Maybe they'll add more. I could definitely see Hideaways as a possibility of adding Gen 5, 6, 7 Pokemon. I don't know how many they're going to add, though. It's just interesting. I don't think they'll add Gen 7, 8, maybe 5. It's just too far. I don't know. It'd just be weird.
Yeah, if they do add any later ones, I don't think they would go past Gen 5. For one, like you said, it's it's the gen after, so it's not like it's that far in the future. And two, we've already seen with the Gen 5.
Like, I don't know, love. Yeah.
I'm thinking of the word, but
favoritism.
I can't remember. The Gen 5, I guess, mercy.
Well, yeah, Gen 5 favoritism. Yeah. But Hideaways is definitely a way they can add Gen 5 or any level Pokemon. I don't see another thing I was kind of shocked at, they didn't have Sinnoh forms. I think that's a given now. Even
might just be part of the remake.
I think it's because Game Freak isn't developing this remake. It's, I forgot, the same people who made Pokemon Home are making this game. But
I think it'd be kind of interesting is at the end of the in the post game, you go into a house and you fight either the Gen 3 champions or the Gen 5 champion as kind of like a mirror, because at the end of Black and White 2, you walk into that house and you're greeted by
Cynthia,
a blonde woman in a black dress. I think it'd be kind of like a funny trope to kind of like mirror that.
That would be a really cool post game thing, like fighting champions. I think, I mean, they did that in the Gen 2 post game, did that in the Gen 3 post game. I
Like
don't.
Gen 2's post game was like
Well,
one
Gen
of a
2
kind. It was
post
like the
game
whole
is
region.
you just, yeah, you get the whole region and everything with it. Gen 3, I don't think they included red, but they did include the Gen 2 champion, I think. Don't quote me on that.
I think they only did, if they did it, it was only in Emerald when they added all the other
Yeah, and then
content.
and Gen 4, I don't even think they did any sort of. They did post game, but it isn't like I think their post game is opening up the world fully. Like you could explore every single part of it. Oh, and then
No, that was Gen 5.
No, I mean Giratina and Platinum too.
Mm-hmm. I know Gen 7 had them. I don't know if Red and Blue were post game or part of like right before your champion battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean your Elite Four battle since you're technically the first champion.
Yeah.
I know Black White 2 did it as well. They had the tournament thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't played 8 or 6.
Gen
6
8 did not have. Then Gen 7 had a tournament kind of tree where you fought rivals, and then Gen 7. Alolan had the tree where you could fight rivals. Gen 8 did not. You cannot find any past rivals.
So it's basically 50-50.
So it's 50-50. They could not. I don't know. It depends. It honestly depends on Game Freak. They have Game Freak's director on there, so I'm pretty sure they have the rights to anything. It just depends if they want to. Yeah. Seeing how this is basically a single player experience, you can still battle with people, but they're putting all the emphasis on Sword and Shield still with the VGC. They might have more of an emphasis on post game, just because.
Well, you can't really implement a new game into competitive off the bat. You got to get the balancing.
I mean, that's what they did because they have different cups, or not cups, different standards, I guess. And I mean, I think every 3 months or every month they switch up the standard. So the month that new game comes out, the next standard will be that new game. And I think a lot of people were assuming Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would be the new standard, but it's not, which makes sense because Game Freak isn't developing it. So why would Game Freak put their trust in a competitive Pokemon game that they didn't make? But yeah, next we talked about the underground hideaways, or not hideouts, where you get to make your own house and stuff and make a hideout. Interesting. I remember playing that in the game. I think it'd be an interesting in 3D because you could actually make a cool looking room and stuff. It's mainly just statues though. I remember that being the big key point, because if you catch a certain amount of blah blah blah, or complete your Pokedex, you get statues, and literally people just used it to showcase their statues.
I wonder if they're gonna do it similarly to the Auras. Like,
well, in Auras you could place your hideout anywhere. Yeah, it's not underground.
No, you had to they had like hideouts. So like,
well, you had to find a hideout area, but it's in the overworld. It's not underground. Yeah, but same yeah, I see what you're saying. We talked about the special edition of the Nintendo Switch Lite. Another thing they didn't really say, I just found on their Twitter, you get a Manphy egg in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl through a mystery gift through February 21st. Free egg, Manphy. Pretty cool Pokemon. And then support for the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl will come in 2022. We've already explained that. Overall, I think the game looks very polished, finally set to actually release. The first trailer did not look good at all compared to this one.
I would say that it's still has a ways to go before it'll have my $60, but
and I mean, I could tell they're not fully faithful. They are modernizing it by adding hideaways, by revamping the beauty contest and everything. But adding trainer, we didn't even talk about trainer customization. You could customize your trainer.
Yeah.
That's super cool. It's only outfits though. You can't change like hat, pants, shirt. It's just outfits. Which I think is really cool. I'm pretty sure, I think I saw there was one that was based off of Galar, which I mean, Galar kind of brought the whole trainer customization thing to Pokemon games in general. So I
No,
think
it was
well, X and Y,
Hello.
but X and Y didn't really do much, and then Sun and Moon, I feel like it was all like similar to X and Y to the extent, but it all kind of seemed the same. But then in Galar, there was definitely a difference, and you could actually share your outfits and stuff.
So I haven't played Sword Shield, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna speak like an educated source here, but I
yeah.
think that the customization in X and Y was at the very least sufficient.
Mhm.
Maybe like what Galar has done, you can't go back to something like that anymore because it's like a lower standard now.
Mhm.
Um,
There's a more
but
emphasis on customization in Galar.
I would be fine with Gen 6 customization
Mhm.
personally.
But yeah, I think that's what it is though. It's just it's less than Galar, but it's still customization. They didn't even have customization in the main game, so I mean, it's good. Uh, Different outfits. I wonder how you unlock them. I'm pretty sure some are like behind quests. Maybe the Cynthia quest gets you a Cynthia outfit. Um, but yeah, anything else we have to talk about in the Pokemon Present kind of
Not that
discussion?
I can think of.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Overall, 1 out of 10. I hate giving ratings, but why not? What do you rate this?
1 out of 10 on the direct. Well, the Unite changes were interesting. I mean, there's more to be had, I think, but
Mm-hmm.
that, like we were saying earlier, might just be disconnected from the direct versus just normal patches.
Yeah.
So Unite was good. Cafe and Master, irrelevant to me. Um, what else was there? Art Legends,
What's
solid.
after
Legends, I
after all of the mobile announcements, it was basically just Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends. Mm.
uh, overall say probably a 7.
A 7. Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. If it was
That's
just the Legends, then it'd probably be a 10. But
so you're saying the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl brought it down for you? Because I mean, it was like half of the direct, anyways. So
yeah,
I guess that makes a point. So I'd give it an 8.58. Very solid direct. That was it started off really good. Well, it's all this is all subjective. If you don't like any of this stuff, I mean, a non-Pokemon fan would like what that direct was garbage. But I mean, for us, it just depends on what we enjoy. Pokemon Unite. I mean, we've been playing that nonstop. Cafe Remakes.
you've been playing
I
nonstop.
Cafe Remakes. I don't think either of us really played that game, so it was. I think the lowest point of the direct was at the beginning, and the lowest point was only 30 seconds long. So I mean, that just shows you how good the direct was. Masters, I mean, I was just interested, and then Go, I was interested as well. Both added up to a minute long. So still, the parts we didn't really care about, less than 3 minutes. And then we got the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Arceus, which was a pleasant surprise. I liked the stuff they added to Shining Pearl, or the remakes, and then Arceus. I think we all knew how great that was going to turn out to be. And it's just nice to actually know information. But
It's nice to have hopes for the Pokemon franchise.
yeah. But think that is about it. This is by far one of our longest episodes yet. I mean, it is
Of
our
the
second
2
one.
episodes that we have.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make them at least an hour long, but this one I think is gonna be an hour 30 out of hour 40. So, yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my countdown stream. We're doing a kind of sort of giveaway there. If you get points, it's all Pokemon based to the bot. And if we get 11,000 subscribers before the countdown ends, I'll be giving away a game. I think it's just going to be Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, to the person that has the most points. So go ahead, check that out, like it, do whatever. And yeah, check out my reaction if you haven't already. Tater was sleeping when I was doing it, so he wasn't on there. But
I caught the tail end of it.
he did. But yeah, check that out. It'll be on the info card in the top right. Anyways, yeah, check the Discord. Also, give us your questions for question of the week. We're calling it chat box, by the way. I decided that name. So give us our questions. We'll answer it on the next episode or next week's show. So yeah. Anyways, I am Crafty Type 1. You can follow me at CraftyTip1 on all my socials.
I am TatorTot, and I have no socials.
He has no socials.
No work-based socials anyway. You're not getting my personals.
All right, and this has been Gamemode. I hope you guys enjoy. We will see you guys next Wednesday.